Okay, now we're going to look at the academic pathway plan. Most students have some trouble with this one, so you're going to need to listen really carefully and remember that you can always stop, go back, listen to another section over again, whatever you need to do. This will always be here. Okay, first, you need to open up the ePortfolio Careers folder in your drive that you created for a previous assignment. You're going to need the academic pathway you saved to the folder. It should be a PDF file. So I'm going to go to my ePortfolio that I already made. I saved 2 in my file because I couldn't decide which I wanted to do, so I found 2 things I wanted to try. I'm going to go ahead and do the law and public safety. So I'm going to open that one. And if I want to be able to do something else in my drive, I can't keep this here because now this is in my drive. I can't see anything else. So I'm going to use these buttons here, more actions, and I'm going to choose open in a new window. I can now see my academic pathway, and I can always go back and do something else in my drive if I want to. Okay? And then just go back and forth between the tabs. All right, I'm going to go back to my directions since I opened my academic pathway. All right, now my directions say, return to the academic pathway plan document in Google Classroom. Double-click on the title Middle and High School Planning and add the name of the career after the title. So I'm going to go to my academic pathway plan, right where it says Middle and High School Planning. I'm going to double-click there, and I'm just going to add the name of my career. So I decided to look at paramedic. If you don't double-click, and you just start typing, it will delete everything there. Click off of the cell and click the undo button if you accidentally do that. Back to my directions. Next, use the second page of the PDF in your drive. Okay, so my PDF is right here. I'm on the first page. I need to scroll down to the second page. And I don't know about you, but this is... All right, so now I can see this is laid out a lot like the academic pathway plan document that I created and shared with you. I'm going to spend a little bit of time going over this and what it means. So if you look at these yellow sections, these are high school career tech program courses. These are only going to be available at places like CTC, or if you are taking college classes while you are in high school. These are not typical classes for a traditional high school. All right, the green ones are high school courses that you can take at a college level. Okay, they are required classes. You do need to take them. So if they were not available for college credit, they would be blue. The blue ones are all the required classes. And these reddish orange, those are the recommended electives. And notice I'm only looking at this section called secondary. I'm completely ignoring this bottom part, post-secondary. We're not worried about that right now. I would have you focus on the bottom part if you were in high school. Since you are in middle school, your next step is high school. So that's where I want you focused, middle and high school. Now, some of these electives that are listed here are not going to be available at Northmont. Foundations of firefighting and EMT, we have nothing like that at Northmont. So you're going to have to look for things that are similar to these that are offered here. World languages. You're not actually going to list world languages. You're going to decide which language you're interested in. Are you interested in Spanish, German, whatever? Okay? All right, let's go back to the directions since we have that open. All right. In the PDF, 7th and 8th grade share a row, as do 9 and 10. So you can see 7 and 8 are right here in this same row. You're not going to take English 1 in 7th and 8th grade. You are not going to take Algebra 1 in 7th and 8th grade. That means you are taking the same course twice. What this document is showing you is that sometime in 7th or 8th grade, you will probably take these courses. And look here, 9-10 also shares a line. Most of this actually is high school. All right. You do have a required class this year is health. So if you look at your blank document here, other requirements, this year a requirement is health. Next year a requirement will be physical education. Electives are classes that are optional, meaning some kids will take them, but others will not. So if it is an elective, put it in the elective section of your academic pathway plan. All right, next, Northmont specific. We do not call language arts classes here at Northmont in the high school English 1 or English 2. For example, what do you call the language arts class you're in now? Most of you probably 7th grade language arts. Some of you may have advanced language arts, whatever. That's what you're going to put for 7th and 8th grade. You know the name of your class, just put it. In high school, the classes match up with the year you're in. So Language Arts 9 would be your 9th grade language arts class. Language Arts 10 would be your 10th grade language arts class. Do not just copy and paste things from the academic pathway PDF into your academic pathway plan. That makes no sense. All right, so I'm taking 7th grade ELA this year. I'm going to be taking 7th grade math. Oh, let's say I'm in advanced math. I'm in 7th grade social studies. I'm in 7th grade science. Now, I'm going to highlight all of the cells in this because you can see I can't read these. Over here, if that happens, where it says text wrapping, this is what you're on right now, where it just types straight through. This is called wrap. This will keep everything you type inside the boundaries of the cell. So that's what you're going to click. Okay? Other requirements this year, that would be health. Electives this year could be STEM, could be maybe you're taking art. Whatever you're taking, you can fill in there. All right, next year I know I'm going to be in 8th grade language arts. I'm going to be in 8th, no, I'm not. If I'm in advanced math, I'm going to be in Algebra 1. Social studies, I'm going to be in 8th grade social studies. Let's say I'm in advanced science. just so I can give you another example. Then in 8th grade, I am going to be in physical science instead of 8th grade science. Next year, you also take phys ed. You're taking STEM. You're taking technology or explorations, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you don't like that that doesn't fit there, you can change the font size so it all fits. Come to think of it, you're also taking explorations this year. All right, that gets me to high school. Now I'm going to go back and look. Well, English. Surprise, surprise. So you're going to type in Language Arts 9, Language Arts 10, Language Arts 11, Language Arts 12. There are different levels of language arts, and if you want to explore those, feel free. But everybody has to take language arts for 4 years. That's required. Have to do that. All right. So now I've got 7 and 8 done. I know my language arts because that's the easy part. I've also got shared with me in Google Classroom Northmont requirements. All right, we've already covered language arts, so I'm not going to cover that one again. Here's math. Math is required every year. You have to take 4 years of math in high school. All right, so if you are in regular math, read the black text. If you're in advanced math, please read the blue text. Social studies, you are only required to take social studies for 3 years in high school. Grades 9, 10, 11 usually. 9th, you have to take world history. 10th, you have to take American history. 11th, you have to take government. You may take a 4th social studies class if you choose. Science, you are required to have 3 years. State requirements. If you are in regular science, 9th grade you take physical, 10th you take biology, 11th you take chemistry. If you're in advanced science, you get some choice because you'll take physical science in 8th grade. 9th grade is biology, 10th is chemistry, and then in 11th grade or 12th grade or both, you choose from physics, anatomy, or another AP class, and I'll show you how to find those in just a minute. Fine arts classes, you must have 1 year's worth of fine arts in high school. That's 2 semesters worth. That is your choice. Can be music, art, theater, photography. Again, I'll show you how to find those in just a second. Phys ed and health, you must have 1 semester of each. Northmont has you take phys ed in 9th grade and health in 10th grade. You are required to have an ACT prep class that is 1 semester taken in 10th grade. So all of these are going to go in other requirements wherever you put them. You are also required to have at least 9 semesters of electives. That's 4.5 years of electives if you do the math, which means you're going to be taking more than 1 elective at a time. Anything that is not required is an elective. Your 4th year of social studies is an elective. Your 4th year of science is an elective. Any fine art after 2 semesters is an elective. Do you see where I'm going with this? All right, now how do you find all these awesome courses? Right here. Want to see if Northmont offers a class? This is right in your directions. Head to this link. And it will take you to the program of studies for Northmont High School for the 15-16 school year. And yes, we're using old ones, but we'll use the old ones until I can find the new ones. But the new ones will be the same to navigate. So even if it doesn't look quite like this, it'll be, generally speaking, the same thing. you want to look at the section that says course listings. All right, so if I want to look at applied technology courses, I go to page 13. Don't just write down applied technology. If I want to look at science classes, I go to page 39. So it lists right here where I need to go to find different things. So I'm going to go ahead and go to where these courses start. This is applied technology. This is the very beginning. All right, drafting 1. Half credit means it's 1 semester. See, length semester. This is open to anyone at the high school. Doesn't matter what grade you're in. So if you see a class where it says, see right here, Principles of Engineering, you cannot take this as a freshman. You need to be in grades 10, 11, or 12 to take this class. All right, so if you are looking for, we talked a little bit about comparable courses if you're looking for something. Since I'm looking at paramedic, I want to focus on these health classes. I'm going to want to take CPR, first aid, health. I'm going to want to take sports nutrition athletic training. I'm going to want to take college health. Good thing is that this also gets me college credit. So make sure you're paying attention to those notes. This is the information right here about different things you can take language arts. Okay. In years 9 and 10, you can take an academic class, an advanced class, or just the regular language arts 9. If you are planning on going to college, you need to be taking academic or advanced. General is not going to cut it. All right, once you hit junior year, you have a couple more options. Now the AP classes start. So there's general language arts, academic language arts, advanced language arts, or AP. All right, again, you can spend a lot of time looking through these, as much as you have. You're going to use that information to fill this in. Make sure you're putting it either under requirements, the correct course that it goes with, or electives. Make sure you're putting it in the right grade level as well. If you have questions, come see me. That is how you create the academic pathway plan.